a list of movies, and
he
was also in 22 Jump Streets,
21 and 22 Jump Street.
Yeah,
so he's familiar with franchises.
He's a huge name. I'm not entirely sure if he's a good fit for Gambit.
It's hard to say at this point. I think
he can't be any worse than what's his name playing Batman.
Ben Affleck?
Yes.
You know what? Here's the thing. You look at Ben Affleck, and a lot of people, they're not giving him a chance simply based off of how poorly he did Daredevil. A number of years ago. But when you consider that, this is a different Ben Affleck. At the time, he was with Jennifer Lopez.
The thing with me is, it's not his role in Daredevil is the reason I don't like him. And I've said this to you a few times before. I do not like people, or, actors, playing one superhero character and then turning around and playing a different one. I do not think that's right.
I could probably name off quite a few actors who've done that over the years.
And I know there's quite a few. I just personally do not like that idea.
2 words, Mark Hamill. He was the trickster, in the original, actually in both Flash series. Plus he's done the voice for Joker in a number of things. Plus, of course, there's Star Wars, and there's Gungan. Yeah. I think I'm saying it wrong. Just off him alone. Then there's that guy from Kick-Ass, the star of it. He played Quicksilver in, the Avengers. Age of Ultron.
I'm not saying that it's not happening, that, that they obviously are doing good jobs, but still, why should we let one person do so many when there's so many key actors and actresses out there who can play the parts perfectly? I just don't agree.
Well,
and you get things like Spider-Man where they can't even get one good actor.
Well, here's the thing, and we talked about this on our last show where we talked quite a bit about Marvel and Spider-Man. I was a big fan of Andrew Garfield. I did not like the material that he was given. I felt that if they had went off and had him doing his version of Spider-Man in the original series, that would have been awesome.
Do you think we're lacking quality writers in Hollywood?
I don't know. Marvel right now, especially with Sony, I'm not going to so much go with Marvel's studios because what they've put out for the most part has been really good. I've been a big fan of Joss Whedon's. I do think that he kind of gassed out a little bit by the time he finished doing Age of Ultron.
I think Sony has a cesspool.
And I agree. A lot of the stuff there has just made me want to pull my hair out.
Yeah, which makes me wonder how Sony's still able to keep their hold on all these characters and the rights to these.
The thing is that they, as long as they continue to renew it, the movie rights, Marvel cannot get their hands on.
But how do they continue making the money to be able to, continue keeping that
I'm not
afloat?
sure. I really don't know. And the fact that they've reached out to Marvel to get help to try to get Spider-Man back on the right track. So that tells you something.
Yeah, but, it makes you wonder though. Why is Marvel helping them? Obviously, if Sony's reaching out, saying, "Okay, we need your help desperately," Marvel should just turn around and say, "No, you guys started this. You guys continue it.
There's one reason
and run it out."
There was one huge reason. They want Spider-Man. They want to be able to use Spider-Man in the movies. They want him for Civil War. They're going to want him for the Gauntlet, the Infinity Wars.
Is it
where they're going to bring in all their superheroes and kind of, I think they're going to finish up their cinematic, series.
See, I understand Spider-Man's this important role and all that, but is it worth reviving Sony?
You know what? Honestly, I think here's the thing: as long as they're making money, like they didn't lose money when they did, the last Spider-Man movie. They just didn't make as much money as they were hoping
but
for. But
you look at Sony. Sony's pretty much become, as I said, a cesspool of writers, cesspool of actors, storylines, They're not making nearly enough movies to warrant going to San Diego Comic-Con anymore.
Well, no, here's the thing. This news just came out. It was reported by Variety. Both Sony and Paramount have pulled out of Comic-Con.
Adding to the list of Marvel.
Marvel, although, I mean, there is talk that the reason why Marvel pulled out is they have something special for the D23 event with Disney.
Yeah, Marvel's apparently, hosting with Disney now.
So Disney, who is our, great overlords, all hail Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, so side-by-side Wolverine, when you're going to get his autograph, you have to walk past Mickey Mouse first.
First off, Wolverine is
Marvel.
Sony.
You know what? So many of them are mixed up now, I don't even know who is who anymore.
They both pulled out, neither of which felt that they had anything new that they could get fans interested in enough for them to go up and pay the $100,000 price tag that it would be to rent out Hall H at the San Diego Comic-Con.
Is that not a sign that Sony is laying in the coffin and the nails are being hammered in?
I'm really puzzled as to how they don't have anything. Because they don't have anything new. I mean, they got Deadpool, which is finished and is coming out next February,
which would be the perfect thing to advertise, and you can base a whole Comic-Con just on that.
And I don't know. I mean, maybe they haven't even begun working on X-Men Apocalypse, so they may not have anything there.
Yeah, but you got Deadpool alone. Like, everybody has been waiting generations for a Deadpool.
And honestly, Deadpool in a lot of ways is one of my favorite. I think to me I like him even better in some ways than Spider-Man or even Wolverine.
Oh, absolutely. I relate more to Deadpool than any of the other characters because he is such a hardball character. He'll shoot you and then laugh at you.
And what the great thing is, I mean, we discussed this before we came on tonight, was the fact that he breaks down the fourth wall. And so if they do not have him, talking repeatedly to the audience, I'm going to be just a little bit disappointed.
He's like Freddy Krueger of comics.
Oh, dude, that would be, a good movie right there. Freddy Krueger versus Deadpool.
Oh, yeah. But you know what? Hollywood, get on it now. Copyright on us.
Yes, I expect you to have some sort of, gratuity check sent to us.
Screw that, I want a golden crown.
So,
meet and greet with Deadpool.
So Paramount, I guess Paramount, they didn't have anything. Last year, part of their presentation was Pixels, with the new Adam Sandler movie, which actually, might be the first time in forever that I've actually been excited about Adam Sandler movie. I'm not an Adam Sandler fan.
It's hard to get used to Adam Sandler movies. I personally love Adam Sandler. I think he's kind of going down a very twisted path the last year or so.
Well, I'm not a fan of Stupid Funny, which absolutely drives me away crazy because she would love to go to a lot of these movies, and I don't like them.
Well, you don't have the patience to understand the crude humor.
They also, last year, it was Sony that last year, not Paramount, it was Sony that promoted Pixels and Goosebumps last year in Paramount. Goosebumps. There was apparently a Goosebumps. I don't think it has anything to do with the books. I think it might have been a movie of something different. And Paramount, they were doing Christopher Nolan's Interstellar last year,
which I have yet to see. I apologize, but from what I've heard and what I've seen, it is supposed to be a really absolutely extraordinary movie.
Yes.
That's all I got.
Okay, so trying to get back on track here a little bit. So, Channing Tatum, of course, is going to be the new Gambit.
Now, let's make a gamble right here. How many times do you think he's going to go shirtless just to attract more viewers?
Honestly, I would be completely shocked if he doesn't have at least 3 scenes where he's shirtless.
I think I'm going with 5 now. See, if my cohort and I did more than 1, we'd probably lose our viewers.
Yeah. But an interesting name, I guess just because I brought up Interstellar, Matthew McConaughey has said that if the right role came up, he would love to do a comic book movie.
See, everybody wants to do the comic book movies,
but it has to be the right role.
That's why I go back to what I said before of the same actor playing, different superhero. There's people lining up to be a superhero.
But knowing Matthew McConaughey, he's not going to just.
No, sorry, Matthew McConaughey's more like
I can't imagine
Alfred.
I can't imagine. Matthew McConaughey as Batman. Can you imagine Batman saying, all right.
Absolutely. No, Alfred.
Alfred? I don't know. The funny thing is...
Can I wipe your butt, sir?
the thing for me is, in all the Batman movies, usually the best actor in the entire movie has always been...
a villain.
No, Alfred.
Oh, absolutely.
Alfred. Yes. I think even in
Gotham,
the guy who plays Alfred in there, I think is by far my favorite actor.
He plays it to a T.
Absolutely. I don't know what it is about these British actors, but they're really good in this.
The British actors are a very unique breed. For some odd reason, they can turn their voice American so easily, yet the American actors cannot act British.
Yeah, I don't know. Was it that girl who did the Bridget Jones Diaries movies? I feel ashamed.
Oh, shoot.
Renee, was it something?
Zellweger.
Yeah, Renee Zellweger. She did a pretty good job. Although there was quite a few...
Wait, she's British?
No, she's from Texas.
Oh, are you talking about that New in Town movie?
No, she did the Bridget Jones Diaries movies.
Right.
And at first, there was a lot of angry Bridget Jones Diary fans who felt that it should have went to English actress like Kate Winslet.
See, I'm angry right now. Here you are, talking about Bridget Jones' Diary, and you won't let me talk about the Kardashians.
I can't even believe I even brought Bridget Jones Diaries. It's just because you went off and said that... English, American actors can, speak, do, good English accents.
They can't. She's English.
She's from Texas.
That doesn't count. That's not... That's New England.
Which is in the north...
Apparently, I love offending Texans. I'm sorry. It's those belt buckles.
But,
I swear, they're making up for something.
For those people who don't understand, on our Twitter account for the podcast, I posted the message that we will never discuss never mention the names Kardashian or Jenner.
And we just did both in the same podcast.
And I'm actually quite angry at you for even mentioning it.
I have waited 4 podcasts to say this. I have waited and waited. I've bided my time. We are going to be bigger and better than any Kardashian booty. And that's all I got to say.
You know what? I'm going to have another drink before I go any further.
I offended him, but you know what? That's fine. So, next piece, we're going to talk about a movie that's pretty much... not exactly angered people, but confused people. Batman versus Superman.
Batman versus Superman.
Originally, they sold it as a movie that's never been done. Now, we've proven that it has been done before in animated version.
Well, yeah, in animated version, but this is the first time that we're going to see it live. This is...
But see, when you're doing superhero movies, you got to include the animated. The animated count.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, they're creating the DC cinematic universe. So, all that is irrelevant.
That's the DC animated universe.
Yes, which has nothing to do with it.
I don't care.
So, the reason why we're really bringing this up is there is talk that Aquaman and the Flash are going to appear in this movie. And before we go any further, from what we understand, the movie cinematic universe with DC and the TV cinematic universe, which includes the Flash, Arrow, and Supergirl, which I believe are all, despite the fact that Supergirl is on CBS and